Really matter?
Does what matter?
You know, all the stuff they say you have to do all the time. Go to church, make sure you read your Bible and pray every single day. Put others first, help people even if you don't feel like it. Obey your parents, have a good attitude, learn to listen, blah, blah, blah.
Don't you think those would be good things to do?
Well, I'm not sure they're bad things to do, but it doesn't really matter all that much. And besides, it's not all the stuff that we're supposed to do. What about all the don'ts? Don't wear shorts, don't wear makeup, don't go to the movies, don't watch that on TV, don't listen to that kind of music, don't talk about other people, don't lose your temper, and on and on. Why does it really matter? I mean, most of those things aren't actually sins. At least I don't think they are. Anyway, why is it so important that we have to do so many things and that we can't do so many other things?
Have you ever considered that maybe the way you choose to live your life now will create consequences later on?
Like what? I mean, as long as I don't actually commit sin, I'll make it to heaven. So what's the big deal?
Hey, look, we're just in time.
In time for what?
To watch my favorite game show. Come sit down. I think you'll enjoy it.
Let's play Consequences. Everyone welcome Lola Pickleton from Ontario, Canada. Jeffrey Burt from Bucksnort, Tennessee. And Michelle Prattley from San Francisco, California. And now our host, Alan Blackman.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of Consequences, the show that lets you choose the outcome of different circumstances in your lives by choosing your own actions. I will give each contestant a scenario, and they will choose how to respond. Players understand and always keep in mind you can pause the game at any time and choose to consult the Lifeline. This book is the Lifeline. It can help you determine which actions you should take. And now, let's meet our contestants. First, we have Michelle. Ms. Prattley, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I've only been a Christian for about a year, but I love serving God. It's so exciting, and my life has so much more joy now. But I don't know what the big deal is about the way everybody dresses. I mean, I know other Christians who dress just the way that everybody else dresses. Why can't I?
Well, Michelle, maybe we can help you out with that today.
Oh, good.
Next, we have Jeffrey. What should we know about you?
Oh, my name is Jeffrey. I love serving God. I love video games and movies and sports. Oh, my iPhone. Check out this new app I got yesterday.
Okay, thank you, Jeffrey. It sounds as if you live a very full life. Moving on, our final contestant is Lola. Lola, what can you tell us about yourself?
Well, I've been raised in the church, and I've always been thankful for that. I want to always serve God, but it gets pretty lonely sometimes. There aren't any young people in my church, so I hang out with just whoever's around, even if they don't serve God.
I see. Well, it sounds as if you all have some very common dilemmas facing young people of our day. Let's get into our game and see what choices you'll make. Are y'all ready?
Yes, we're ready.
We'll begin with Michelle. You see an outfit at the store, and it's super cheap and on sale. You know it's tighter and shorter than you usually wear, but you love the colors and small price tag. What do you do?
Well, I think I'll buy it. I mean, what harm could it do? It's not that tight and it's not too short. I'll tug the skirt down every now and then just to make sure it's okay. Oh yeah, I'm buying it.
Okay. You buy the outfit, and you wear it the next day. You look just like everybody else at the mall.
Finally, this is going to be great. I love this game.
But you have a nagging feeling in your chest, like something just isn't right. Do you keep wearing the outfit, or do you take it back?
Well, I think I'll keep it. You know, we're not supposed to base everything that we do on feelings.
Okay. After a few weeks, you begin to notice that everyone's skirts are still shorter and tighter than yours.
So I buy a few skirts that are just barely shorter, but not enough to really matter.
Next, you turn on the TVs and the magazines and see that the clothing is even shorter and tighter than what you already have. You try to match those trends without actually going too far.
That's right. I don't want to go too far.
You notice that guys are giving you more attention, but it's not the kind you really want. Nobody seems to respect you anymore. The people who are drawn to you are extremely worldly.
That doesn't sound good.
You begin to notice that you look more like sinners in the world than fellow church members, and it makes you feel awkward at church. It's like there's a wall between you and other people at church. You feel distant from God, distant from the church friends and family. You ignored that nagging feeling so long that you can barely feel it anymore.
Oh no, I don't want this at all. It sounds like I'm on the road to backsliding. I never intended that. I just wanted to look a little bit more like everybody else looks.
Consequences. It's the name of the game, Michelle. Would you like to continue on your own or consult the Lifeline?
The Lifeline, of course. I forgot all about it. Yes, I want to use the Lifeline. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. Since I am to present my body to the Lord, that must also mean what I put on it. So my clothing should be holy and acceptable unto God. It's only reasonable. And be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. That's my problem. I've been trying to conform to this world and look like they look instead of letting God show me how I should look. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. God really does care about how I dress, doesn't he? And over here it says he wants me to make myself beautiful, not with the clothes that I wear, but with a meek and quiet spirit. It says that is an ornament that is valuable to God. That must be what true beauty really is. I'm going to start choosing my clothes based on God's standards.
You win, Michelle.
I win? Yay, I win!
You can now avoid all those negative consequences. Had you continued down the path you were on, you would have ended up with a string of boyfriends who just used you but didn't really care about you. You would have had no Christian testimony because no one would have had any respect for you. You would have become discouraged because of the emptiness inside and the distance you felt from the Lord and his people. You would have either lived a miserable and defeated life or lost out with God altogether.
Oh my, all because of my clothes?
No, not because of your clothes, Michelle. Because of being conformed to this world instead of letting God choose what's right for you.
Wow, I had no idea that something that seems so little was actually so important.
Most people don't, Michelle. But moving along now.